All right. Hey there, what's up? Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm going to show you some Starbucks Reserve Store here in Harvard Square. They've got, I believe this, they've got about 20, Starbucks has about 20 of these stores across the country. And make sure my hair looks nice for y'all. You know, I combed it really good with my hat this morning. It's early Sunday, but I'm down at Harvard Square in Boston. And I just wanted to show everybody a Starbucks Reserve Store. Starbucks is opening more of these stores across the country. There's about 20 of them so far. This one here, this one here is in Boston. What's up, Zach? How you doing? And this one here is in Boston. So what I want to show people is just kind of a feel for this third wave coffee space that Starbucks is trying to get into. Obviously, Starbucks is a smart company with billions of dollars, and so they know what they're doing. They're getting into this third wave coffee space that Sumato Coffee's in, amongst others. But basically, I'm going to show you what the experience is like here. So I'm at a coffee bar, and I'm doing a Siphon Brew. Okay, so I'm going to flip the screen here, and we're going to do a Siphon Brew. Our barista, her name's Cecil. She's pretty nice. And that is a Siphon Brew. That's what you see there. Elisa, what's going on? Zach, how you doing? That's a Siphon Brew. This is an upstairs of a bar at Harvard Square, and I'll give you the quick layout here. You got it, Elisa. Undercover, baby. So this is kind of the layout here. It's Harvard Square. There's Harvard out there. All the smarty kids are studying, waking up for the day. They're probably all studying on Sunday. They'll be in here soon. What's up, Tim Grant? My boy from Utah State. It's been a long time, bro. And yeah, so Cecil is going to show us a few things here about the Siphon Brew. This is my third official experience with the Siphon Brew. I had one in Houston, Texas, and then there's one in Salt Lake City, Cafe de Bolo. Any of my Salt Lake people, whoever out there, Steve, how you doing, man? But these Starbucks, there are about 20 of these Starbucks across the country, and I'm going to turn it back to me for a minute. Oops, let's go back.
Magic's gonna happen.
Okay, so what are we doing now? We're just warming up the water?
So it is just about, when you're boiling pasta, like rolling boil. That's what we want to get our pressure differential in the bottom chamber. You can see the water is starting to escape to the top because it has nowhere else to go.
Got it. So if you didn't hear that, so she's warming up, kind of how you warm up pasta, the water in the pot and pasta. She's warming that up to the right temperature, probably between 195 and 204, I'd imagine. And
it's probably getting up to just about boiling. You have the bubble action.
Just about boiling, have the bubble action. So some of your third wave coffee shops have this.
Yes, I've got it pretty much all in the top chamber now. Got the magic.
Okay.
Now I'm going to add my coffee, and I'm going to cut the heat right away because I don't want to burn it.
She doesn't want to burn it.
I'm going to just gently get it all wet because you can see you're going to have this rolling in the bottom. So it's basically stirring itself.
Got it.
With physics. And now I'm going to walk away, let it go for another 30 seconds, come and break it up again.
Okay. So what she did there is she killed the heat on the bottom because she didn't want to burn the coffee, and then she poured the coffee in, and the coffee I got was the Rwanda, and this is freshly roasted. It gets sent to only these specific stores. They get sent to them once a week. So this is a Rwanda. We're going to go for a citrus and caramel taste. The Rwanda Apakunda Kawa, if I pronounce that correctly. And basically she's going to, let that do its thing, bloom and blossom, giving it a stir.
I'm going to leave it for another 40 seconds.
Another 40 seconds. Okay. Is this how everybody on here is brewing their coffee this morning at your house? I don't think so. A little third wave coffee action coming at you from Starbucks. It's good.
Do you know you can get one for your basket at home?
Yeah, I've looked into getting one of these for my home, but it's a little beyond my.
It's a lot of pieces.
Yeah, it's a lot of pieces. So what she just said is you can buy one of these for your house, ladies and gents. What I would tell you, what's up, Kim Nielsen Baxter? This is kind of like Peach City, but different, Kim. But yeah,
stick to the side as it comes back down.
Yep.
See what we say. We're going to get our crescendo at the end in just a minute.
Okay, so this is the coffee is coming out after it's doing its blooming. And now that's going to be my cup at the bottom, the Siphon Brew. So like I said, I've tried these in Houston. There's one in Salt Lake City. They're around if you go to some of the third wave coffee shops, but they're not common. There are 20 of these stores, and Starbucks plans to open a lot more of these in the next couple of years, I think. Look at it. Look at that. Okay, that's the coffee. Look at that dome. So what that is, that's just the coffee releasing its CO2 gas. That's common. For those that don't know, coffee bean is the seed inside of a coffee cherry. That's what the coffee bean is, and when it gets roasted, then freshly ground, and then just releases its CO2 gas, and that's what you see there. And that's the cup of coffee that's going to come in my delicious mug. This is much different than your pumpkin spice latte that all you kids probably drink at home. I wanted to show everybody this. Why you have it. Just to let you know, Starbucks is all over this space. Okay, so they've got billions of dollars, and they'll probably come in and do something cool in this space. Hat tip to Starbucks for what they do to coffee. But this is one of 20 stores you'll find in the U.S. And I thought while I was here in Boston on vacation, I would just show you this third wave coffee that Starbucks is getting into. So you can. This is a fresh roast, surprise, surprise, but you've got to come to one of their 20 stores to get a fresh roast. They're not just going to give it to you in the grocery store or at their normal stores. And so this coffee gets sent to them once a week. I talked to Cecil here for a while at the coffee bar. She's pretty nice. And I'm getting a lot of good intel here. I'll give her a good tip. But yeah, so then, you go to these other third wave coffee shops like what we do. We have we roast our own, and you can do this kind of stuff too. But of course, Starbucks they're smart, and they know that a lot of these third wave coffee shops are coming in and doing this stuff, and so they're jumping in the space. And I thought while I was here in Boston, I'd come down here and check it out. I find it funny that the only one in Boston is in Harvard Square, where all the smarty pants are, but it's probably where all the people have money to buy this kind of stuff. So I haven't even looked at the tab yet on what this is going to cost me. I'm going to say at least $10 for that cup of coffee. That's my initial guess. So let me go back here. So that coffee, so we're going to taste a little citrus and caramel out of this Rwanda. Oh boy.
This one I actually find kind of tannic, like a red wine or a black tea.
Kind of like
it has a bit of that cling.
Okay. Teapot kettle. All right. I got me a banana loaf to go with this because I thought I'd indulge in the full experience here. Okay, that's the scene. Here we go. Good boy. That's not my child. FYI. Mine are home sleeping. Okay. Yeah, who else gets up real early in the morning to show you this kind of stuff? I do. I'm working hard for you. Trying to show you some different ways how people brew coffee, how people do coffee, so you don't just think of it as just some, Folgers brand sitting in the grocery store that's been sitting on the shelf for several months or several years probably, and just kind of tasting lackluster. That's what I'm showing you. The Siphon Brew. I mean, when it comes out, this is what they do. She gave me this like menu, pretty high end here. Okay, this is not your caffeine quick jolt, and then these are all the different flavors you pick from here. Boom, you pick your coffee. You come here, Ethiopia on the back. There's that. Here's our final product. Okay.
Anything else? Got any more questions? I'll give that.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Cecil. Okay. So here's the final product. Bringing this to Mr. Ben here. Okay. We got the banana nut loaf. This is pretty. I feel like this is pretty pretentious personally, but what the hell, I'm on vacation. Okay, cup of coffee. Look at this, you turn it over, I'm sure it's warmed. Yep, feel that, coffee mug's warm. You never want to pour hot coffee in a cup. It's cold. So we're going to give this a pour. The Rwanda. Look at that. All right, give you a little marketing. action. Okay. Starbucks. Of course, they're coming after this space. They got billions of dollars to spend on third wave coffee. Just don't make it into the pumpkin spice latte culture, Starbucks. Okay, let me give it a sniff. Good. Damn good. Almost as good as the stuff I make. Had to say that. All right, I'll let you guys get back to your Sunday morning. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, these are Starbucks Reserve stores. They are coming out across the country, the world for that matter. Starbucks has 20 of them in the United States. Boston Harvard Square is one of the 20. Thankful to come up here and experience this Starbucks. They've got 2 floors here. I'm on the 2nd floor. Early in the morning, East Coast time. It just turned 9 a.m. I left the house at about 8 a.m. to get down here. And so, yeah, Starbucks is coming after this space hard, third wave coffee space, because they know there are a lot of people out there that want freshly roasted coffee. They don't want the old stuff. So Starbucks sends, once a week, they send their freshest roast here. So this coffee, I'm going to guess, is about 7 to 10 days post-roast, which is really good. But you've got to come to one of these Starbucks third wave stores. They don't just show up on your corner. They're not in Utah. They're not in Texas, wherever you are on this Instagram. They're not in Provo, Zach Barney. Not anytime soon, that is. And anyway, so that's kind of a little bit about these Starbucks, what they're doing. And so a lot of these third wave coffee shops, they're popping up around the country. I mean, or they've been there for a while, right? So I mean, the big boys are Intelligentsia, Blue Bottle, Stumptown. And I personally like this a little bit more, but I thought I'd just show you what Starbucks is doing, because everybody knows Starbucks is like a household name for coffee. I just wanted to show you what that was about, and hope you got something out of this. But hit me up if you got questions. I know nobody's up this early in the morning watching this. You can't be. If you're up, you're crazy like me. Up early Sunday morning, you crazy. I will post this though. I'll post this so everybody can comment, tune in later live. You can see what a Siphon Brew is. I know you didn't know what a Siphon Brew is, most likely. And you guys all have a great Sunday. Cheers.